Believe, become, be great.
Welcome back, everybody, to Peeling Back the Greatness. I am yours truly, the one and only host, Derrick Leon. I got the amazing Danielle Valdez here. Say what's up, Danielle.
Hello, everyone.
I appreciate everybody for always tuning in, sharing, showing that love and support. We talk about a lot of different things on this podcast. Really, the biggest thing is, again, it's peeling back the greatness. And one thing I love to do for the people that don't know is I love to really give people an inside look and really peel back the layers, because there's a lot of times me personally, anyway, I wear this professional face. So there's like who I am and then who I am professionally. There's two different sides to it. So that's one thing I love to do is bring different people in here and give their takes, give their perspectives on different things. So I appreciate you coming on to the show, Danielle.
Appreciate you having me.
You guys, we'll give her social media and all that stuff if you want to give that away at the end. We'll do all that at the end. But you guys go like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good shit. Danielle, welcome to Peeling Back the Greatness.
Hello.
Tell the people a little bit about you. Who is Danielle? What do you do?
Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle. I am a mother first. I have two little boys who are 10 and 8. I also am a full-time worker. I work at the grocery store, King Supers, meat and seafood. I'm a seafood manager.
Nice. You work your ass off, by the way. I see you all the time.
My little videos. I like to post a lot too,
Yeah.
Working at the grocery store sometimes is like a dang soap opera, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Which one do you work at?
100th and Watts.
Oh, okay. That's probably an interesting location.
There's so many locations like
on.
up and down just Wadsworth right there. So my store is kind of more on this tinier side, but I like it.
Nice, nice. What's one of the how long have you been there?
7.5 years, almost 8.
Do you have a memory there that stands out to you the most, like either good or bad?
I love working.
Okay.
I love my store too. I love the meat department. I've always done meat department. I've worked at King's. I started, I think I was 19, 20.
Damn,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
The loyal one, okay.
And the meat and seafood too. So I love doing it. It comes easy to me, I can't say I think every day for me, I think because I'm a single parent, work for me is like my getaway.
Right.
So I just love being at work. I'm a very bubbly, happy person. I love the customers.
That's good though.
And you get loyal customers, I've been there almost 8 years, so you see everybody every day. So.
Especially too when you go out, you probably do you like run into people like, hey,
all the
I
time.
recognize you.
Yes,
Hey.
yeah. Sometimes I'm like,
you're like, uh-oh.
or they're like, oh, you look different outside your work clothes, but usually I'm like in a hairnet or apron.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's good. I know a lot of times, especially that industry, being in retail. I've been in retail myself. I know I guess you kind of consider that retail, huh? But,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know we tend to meet a lot of great people out there. I know that throughout my time doing retail, you meet a lot of, you get those people that don't like, that aren't very friendly.
Very friendly.
But also I feel like us as workers, we got to have the personality for retail because a lot of workers now, they don't have, for one, you're not greeted at the door. Second of all, there's no personality with it. So it's like, it's not really for those who are just average, I guess.
Definitely. You have to be a people person.
Yeah.
And even when you get those ugly customers, you kind of have to still smile and, kind of grin and, just put on a smile still.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of,
definitely, yeah. That's one of my favorite things, too. Networking, building relationships, I love networking. I love being able to do that. I love, even to this day. Let's see, I did retail about 6 years ago. Did it for like a total of like 4 years. I met a lot of great people, build those type of relationships, and then even some people I still talk to today.
I was gonna say friendships. Some of them
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So, I want to kind of get into. I know the purpose of our podcast today is talking about relationships and certain things that go on in relationships.
Definitely.
What is your take on when you get? How long should it take from the time you meet somebody to the time that you get in a relationship? What do you think about that?
And I still think it's important, and I feel like I'm old school. I grew up, a little different. I feel like it's important to get to know somebody, see somebody, I feel like when you say dating, like you're with somebody, you're dating somebody, but when
Yeah.
you're seeing somebody, just kind of getting to know somebody, seeing what they're about,
Right.
you know, and I think that's important for our day and age. You know, we're getting older, you know, especially if you have children, you know, to kind of get to know somebody. You know, you just never know if that person is for you, or, you know, maybe you can still be friends afterwards if it doesn't work out, you know, but I think it's important to get to know somebody.
Yeah, I agree too. It's definitely because you don't know. And here's the thing, right? And I know everybody, whether you disagree or not, everybody that's watching, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're wrong. So everybody in the beginning, everybody's always good in the beginning. Everybody's fine in the beginning.
Yes, I was just
Right.
talking to my lover about that this morning.
So everybody, it's that honeymoon phase, right?
Yes.
Everything is always good in the beginning. My thing is, I feel like, and this is kind of my thing, I feel like the journey doesn't start until you hit adversity.
Yeah.
So when you start hitting adversity, regardless, it don't even got to be in a relationship. It's just with anybody,
Yeah.
period. The minute you start hitting adversity, that's when the journey starts, because that's when essentially you're gonna see, like, okay, what's gonna happen in that time frame,
Yeah.
you know. And so, yeah, a lot of things. It's always good in the beginning, but it's really, you know, who is that person 100%,
Yeah.
not just that 10%, not just who we tend to put on in the beginning, you
Who
know,
you
because
get to see.
I've been there. I've definitely done that. I've had my fair share where, you know, it's not even that I was like, oh yeah, this is who I am and this and that, but it's knowing who you are, and then you're telling that person this is who I am, but then there's certain things that trigger the backlash of who you said you were.
Yeah.
So people take that one little thing and they're like, oh well, you said, but it's like, okay, but again, that's just the 10% hit.
Yes.
Now here's the other 90%, you know.
Yeah. Get to know
So-
somebody's true colors. You
Yeah,
know, who
yeah.
they truly are. You know,
Yeah,
it's tough dating. You know.
it is.
Um,
It is.
And also, people like to date around. I think, you know, they like to kind of keep their options open and see what's out there.
Yeah.
What's the next best thing, you know, or
Yep.
the screen on the other side.
Especially as we get older. That's one thing that I've realized too, is as we get older, that it's not like, you know, 10 years ago where you could just go be with anybody, go fuck around with anybody.
Yeah.
It's now there is people that do that, but again, it's that lifestyle that you have to live, which is a fucked up lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's the escape, right? So, but now it's like, for what we're getting older, we're all getting more wiser. We are all taking more pride in the time that we have. It's not just, let me go get my time
Right.
to anybody.
And you're wanting to settle down, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you don't-
exactly. Yep.
I don't think
Yep.
everyone wants to be alone.
No. I mean, they shouldn't want to be alone. You know. I just think as we do get older, there's a lot more stuff that is gonna happen. We're gonna learn from, but it really should be, you know, it makes you realize the cutoff of the generations.
Yeah.
You know, because even the younger generation, like, it's like even more fucked up. You know, I go through the shit with my daughters all the time too. Well, I should say daughters,
Right.
but one of my daughters.
You have two.
And
right?
yeah, and they're caught up in all the boys and all. I'm like, these boys don't give a fuck about you. I was like, I'm being real. Like, they don't give a shit about you. And of
That's the
course,
truth.
throughout the stuff that happens, it's showcasing exactly what I said. These boys don't give a shit. For one, I've been a boy. I know the shit. That's the first thing.
Know what
The
they're thinking.
Yeah, the second thing is the younger generation is more fucked up now.
It
You know?
is.
And the thing that I don't understand too, and I'll get your thoughts on this too. I don't understand the younger generation, how it could be more, like, it is more fucked up, but also a lot of the kids are more bottled up now.
Yeah.
They're not outside. They're not interacting. So
Yeah.
it's a weird dynamic, and I do feel like the screen time influences why it is so messed up.
I also think we learn from our parents, you know.
Yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
what you see, what they see, what they're hearing,
Mhm.
what they're watching,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it comes from us, what we're showing our children, you
Yeah.
know. And I don't think we're taking that time to kind of, you know, talk with our kids.
Mhm.
You know, you have teenage girls, you know, I have boys, they're still little, but they're growing, you know, and they're watching
They're
and
learning. They're seeing. Yep.
Yes. So, you know, I try to keep them as innocent as possible, but, you know.
Yeah. That's how even my youngest daughter, because I call her my twin, Malaya, I call her my twin. And I think it is, in a sense, mostly in a good way, but it's getting to her head so much that, you know, there's a lot of stuff that she'll do because I do, because we're
Yeah.
twins. We're twins.
But
But
it's
on
up
the
to you know.
yeah, and on the
You
other
know?
side of it, there's certain things that she'll like get an attitude with, you know, but it's like I call you my twin, yeah, you are my twin, but don't fucking talk back to me.
Yeah, I'm your parent still.
Yeah. Don't think just because you're almost taller than me don't mean shit. So,
Just because we act like we're friends, don't you know?
But yeah, it's a crazy time for kids, and especially when we get in a relationship. That's one thing. Is as my daughters got older, because I ain't gonna lie, when they were babies and stuff, I should say this, after me and their mom split up, I was having the time of my life. You know, I was one of those parents that I'd abandon them every week, go party, go drink. Like I got, and yes, that's not how it should be. But on the positive side, I'm glad that I got that shit out of the way while they were at a younger age, because it'd be worse now if I was doing that shit. Oh man, I'd be very embarrassed, and I'd feel humiliated, because I'm like, I got two daughters that look up to me, and yet I'm doing this shit.
Yep.
You know, so it makes it very, very difficult and challenging when kids have to go through that type of shit, you know.
I also think kids are an example of their parents. You know, I always tell my kids that all the time.
Yes.
Like, please behave. Like when you go to your friends, like please behave. It's, you know, example of who you're.
It's a representation of you.
Yes, of your parent. You know,
Yeah.
acting all crazy and doing crazy things. You know, please behave. Respect. Have some respect.
Yeah, y'all hear that in the back?
Have some respect.
Have
you
some
know.
damn respect.
Yes. You know, but we got to show our kids that. You know.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
That's about what we're showing them.
So speaking of kids, and relationships, you had a very interesting take on Facebook.
My little video.
Very, very interesting take, and it was so fascinating for me that, I mean, we've been trying to plan this podcast for a while, so it's not nothing new, but it was one of those like, oh shit, let's go unpack it on the podcast. So I'll let you get into that take, and then we'll kind of open up the door and let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I did a little video. What was it, like 2 weeks ago?
It was a couple weeks ago, yeah.
You know, and I'm single. I'm a parent. You know, so I'm not into dating either. You know.
Yeah.
I'm so busy. You know, and I don't have a lot of time. My love helps me a lot with the kids. You know, and I work a lot. So I feel like when you're a parent and a single parent, full-time parent, you don't have a lot of time. You know, so you don't really get much time to see or date people. You know, and I feel like I was a little naive. You know, I was seeing this person here and there, you know, and it went all the time. You know, we text each other here and there. Hey, you know, when's your day off? We should see each other. Let's hang out. You know.
Yeah.
We're adults. You know, go have fun, have a few drinks. You know, let's hang out. You know, let's have a sleepover. You know, like when the kids go to sleep. So, but like I said, I think I was a little naive, and I just thought maybe because I'm not that person.
Yeah.
You know, and I grew up old school.
Yeah.
You know, I don't sleep around, you know, and I feel like when you're seeing somebody, I think you should see that person, kind of see where things go, you know, instead of like, I think keeping your options open. I call it like serial dating, you know, just kind of taking your pick, and, you know, and I feel like that's wrong unless you're honest from the beginning, like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I like doing, you know, I do like dating, you know, I am single, but I like dating and sleeping around, you know, and let that kind of person decide, like, hey, if you know, if that's what you want to do. So when I found out, I had just seen him, so you know, and we're friends on Facebook, so I think also social media, you know, and maybe I think we should have had that conversation, and he was like, oh, we did, but I'm like, no, because I wouldn't have stood. I'm just not that person. I just think that's just, it's gross,
especially if you guys are really seeing each other on that type of level. It's like, hey, let's hang out, you know, I mean, it is a different...
Keep it cool. You know, we were just cool. And I even told my love that, you know, I didn't see him as someone I could see myself with, you know, but we were having fun, you know. He was someone that we could just chill, talk with, watch movies, go hang out. You know, we were on a cool level, you know, and I thought we had an understanding that we were kind of just seeing each other, you know, and not sleeping around, I guess. He was like, I told you, and I'm like, you didn't.
So I did have an interesting response to this when you put out this video. So, and again, I think I moved this way, I'm gonna say probably for the last maybe 3 years. You know, I will kind of give a small backstory that leads into what we're talking about. So I found out that I really had a knack for building relationships when I was at Amazon, right? You hear all kinds of crazy stuff. Have you ever worked at Amazon?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, you hear all these crazy stories, right? People that hate it, blah, blah, blah. I loved it, right? I loved it for one reason, because I knew how to talk to people and I knew how to connect with people. I built relationships, all that, right? So for me, that was when I kind of really explored like my real confidence. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, like, okay, I could get used to this. So that kind of led me. Now you're talking about 8 years later, right? Now for the last 3 years, what I've really done, again to your point, because you don't want to start seeing somebody and then all of a sudden, kind of want to see this person,
Yeah.
or and us as men, I'm gonna tell you that thing exactly what the thinking was, man, I really dig this woman, but what if there's somebody else?
Yeah.
So that's where it gets a little too fucked up, because it's like, for you ladies, it makes you feel like, well, damn, I'm not good enough. Like, you were just over my house,
Yeah.
you were just this and that, this
we were
and
just
that.
vibing. We were
Now I'm
chilling.
not good enough. So again, when you get to that ultimate prize, which is, unfortunately, it's no longer marriage, but it's sleeping with each other.
Yeah.
When you get to that ultimate prize, it's now like, oh shit, it's like, I won the championship. Now, okay, let's go try to win it somewhere else type
Yeah.
shit. That's really what it is. That's what it is now. So my thing was, for the last 3 years, that's why I build relationships instead of just being, I could be a little flirtatious here and there, but instead of like being full on like, oh, what's up, girl, damn, you, all this and that, it's like, no, let's really build that relationship.
Get to know each other.
And one thing that, not to get off track, but this is kind of a point, right? So it's almost the same thing in the industry, is why I build my Instagram the way that it is, because people are gonna see that shit and they're gonna be like, oh shit, I want to work with that person, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing in relationship wise, where a lot of people, they'll sell the person on who they are and all that shit. But again, it's that, oh well, your actions speak louder than words. That's exactly where
Yeah.
that comes from, because people do a whole lot of talking, but there's not enough action. There's no accountability. And to your point too, where it's like, he couldn't have came to you and said, hey, this is what it is, but also he didn't know you were that type of woman, because there is not a lot of women. Like, to be honest with you, you're probably the first one that I've known that has actually said that. Like, damn, you could have told me. Because
And let me decide.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
Yeah.
I could have been cool with it. Like,
Yep.
hey, that's what I do too. That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Shit, I'm on. But I'm not.
Yeah. And so.
And he knew that too. Like,
Yeah.
we've been talking for a long time. Like,
Right.
you know my life. We've talked. You know what's going on.
Yeah. But that's also, again, that's something that's accountability, right? So it's like, I
And
guess
I don't think he thought I was gonna see it either.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
it
I-
kind of just popped
he's
up.
trying to be sneaky about it.
Because we're friends on Facebook. So he just did like a little post, and it popped up on my feed, and then
Right.
I had seen that she wrote something. I was just, well, that's weird.
Yeah, and I think another thing too is, as a man, like if I knew that this woman said this, I would come straight to her and say, this is what it is, but that's not what I want.
Yeah.
What you possess is what I want. Just understand that, like, you are what I want, but this is what I do. But again, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot to ask of a man.
It is, and I think sometimes when they think, 'cause, we're single, and then when you have kids, I think it could be a lot for somebody to think, well, dang,
Yeah.
I'm barely surviving my dang self, and then to have to take care of somebody else and their children too. And I hate saying taking care of, but because I
Yeah.
always say too, I have my own job, I work,
Yeah.
I take care of myself, and I take care of my kids.
Right.
But I do want to find somebody eventually and kind of settle down and build together, and
Yeah.
so
Well, I know, and that's why I feel the same way, right? My biggest thing, I always wanted to be married. I always, I'm like, the one thing that I want to do is be married. Well, I was married 10 years ago, and it was a horrible experience, fucked up experience. But on the other side too, it wasn't your typical wedding. It was, let's go to the courthouse, get this, let's have a small little get together with our family, really. So it still wasn't that thing, but it's like, I still feel the same way. I'm like, I want to get married, but I want to make sure it's really with somebody that understands, like,
yeah,
this is like this is the life that I live. Like it is not for everybody, you know. And so that's back to the point too. Is that's why I build relationships with people, because for one, you're not wasting people's time,
Yeah.
and second of all, it gives you a little more insight of, oh well, we're not even seeing each other, we're just friends. But instead of wasting that time, you know, because I'm a patient guy. You know, I'm not one of the ones. Oh man, I need to get this one and that one and want to do this and that. Like, no, it's not. That's not me. I used to be that way. 10 years ago.
I feel like we're getting older, you know.
Not no more.
Yeah.
I'm older now. Yeah, I'm in mid-30s. I'm like, no, I don't. I got my daughters who are almost out of high school now. I mean,
I think we have to be careful.
3-4
you know,
years.
who
Yeah.
you're bringing around.
Oh,
who you're
definitely.
seeing.
Definitely, because you know, you don't want your kids just seeing all these dudes go in and out. My daughters don't want to see all these women going in and out.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I said, that was a very interesting take. I was like, yeah, let's definitely talk about it. You know,
It's this new generation. This world's different.
It is.
You know.
Yeah.
It's very different. It's
different time. It's a different time. I don't know. I don't know what we like as a collective, how we would even get better in that aspect. I mean, I could really tell you, to be honest, you know, building better habits, being around the right people. Like, you don't want to be around, like, this is just me speaking on myself, you know, I don't want to be around people that's fucking partying all the time, that's doing all that extra shit, you know. It's like, that's not, you know, I just got back from Cali, like, that's the shit that I want to do. I want to be able to go travel. Oh yeah, we're gonna go out there for this event, that event, blah blah blah.
business, yeah.
Like, that's the shit I want.
Still have fun, yeah.
Yep. Especially to take my kids along for it. Like, hell yeah. I'm not trying to do that partying shit for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know?
Yes, we're getting older.
There's a time and a place to celebrate that. You know?
And I think we all did enough of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Like I said, I was out every weekend.
Partying,
With
Christian.
me and Christian, we were out every weekend. Rest in peace of Christian, my boy. But yeah, we were out doing that shit every weekend. He would hit me up every other day, like, hey, let's go drink, let's go blah blah blah. There was those times, you know, of course we would, but I'm like, thank God I got that shit out of the way. I could not even imagine doing all that right now. Yeah, I think, I love that you have that peace of mind too, where you're open to that. You know, it's like, let's talk about it, because it's not. Again, us as men, if we were to, you know, actually be honest and be like, yo, I'm seeing other people, whatever, like 9
and
women.
women are the same too. I'm not saying it's just men. It's women too. You know, let's just be honest. We're adults.
Yeah.
We're not going to be punished.
And it's like 9 people out of 10 they're gonna be like, oh no, fuck that, you know. But at least you probably would have at least had a conversation, like, well, wait, like, what is it? You know, it only takes one person for people to change. You know. Whether it's us or not.
Yeah.
Whether it's us or not.
And I think everyone will change for that right person. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It just takes it takes the
time.
right environment, right people.
Know?
Yep.
I always tell myself too, because I'm not a dater, and I just, when my time will come, it'll come.
Yeah.
When I'm ready, I'll know.
Yeah. Well, I met a few people in the industry that they, you know, obviously they're not looking for people, but people happen to just be in their present, and it's that type of thing too, where it's like,
I feel like I've been through so much. You know, I'm a single parent. I've
Yeah.
been through a lot. You know, I come from where because his dad was an addict. You know,
yeah,
and I was tied down for so long. You know, married 10 years together, 13. You
That's
know,
crazy.
yeah,
That's a
we
long
went to middle
time.
school and high school together.
That's
you
a
know,
long
and I went through a lot with him. So, and I've been single since Dominic was born. He's like 8. You know,
Wow,
just trying to
okay.
work on myself.
Oh yeah.
You know, get myself together, because I went through a lot. I had to deal with social services and court and custody, you know, trying to find over the kids. And
Yeah.
it was a long 2.5 years,
That's crazy.
you know, and it took me a long time to let him go.
I
It took me
bet.
a long time. So I just been kind of just focusing on myself, you know, and
Yeah.
working on myself, working, you know, the kids. It's a lot.
Right.
You know, and I'm about that time ready to settle down and just kind of take it easy, and you know, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to trust.
Yeah, relationships they could be difficult, they could be hard. It could be easy if you choose to be easy.
It
but
can. I tell my love that all the time. You
Yep.
know, because her and her honey go through it all the time, and I'm like, why are you fighting? Like, there's no point.
Yeah.
We're at an age where we're grown and we're adults. Like, you know, we're full-time workers, you know, full-time parents,
Yeah.
you know, homemakers. I mean, we do a lot. Like, why are we arguing?
Yeah. Especially
Over
because
little
there's a lot of things out there that it is worth arguing about, or it's worth, but it's
The
you
little
know,
things.
anything
you
to
know?
prevent you guys from going through that shit and fighting.
Like,
and
y'all
all
love each other. You're going to be
Yeah.
together at the end
Yep.
of the night.
Yep.
Like, you know,
Yep.
why stress each
lay
other
your
out?
heads next to each other at the end of the night. Okay, next day's a new day. Boom, let it all go.
Why stress each other out?
Woosa, let
That's
it
right.
all go.
All the time, too. You know, relationships are hard, too,
Mhm.
you know, but you
Yeah.
got to be willing to work at it.
Yeah.
You
And I
know?
think that's on us too as men to like we gotta prove ourselves. Like for y'all ladies out there, like all the ladies, y'all could be kind of easy sometimes too, and very, accepting, which
Yeah.
is it's nice, obviously when it's the right person, but I know I made this point before too, where there's too much, like you said earlier, there's too much vulnerability in it, and we as men, we don't take that and continue to build onto it. We take that and we let off the pedal.
Yeah.
Like we lay back, where it's like, oh shit, okay, this she's being submissive to me. Okay, cool.
Yep.
They're already submissive. We don't think about, oh no, I gotta
You
earn the
still gotta-
submission from my woman, my partner, whatever. I gotta earn that shit and keep it. Same thing of like keeping a job. You gotta show up. You gotta be on time. You gotta work. Why should relationships be any different?
Right.
Show
Work.
up, be there
Let it
when I
work.
need you.
Yeah.
Now take care of your business, but just don't fuck around. Don't fuck around.
Don't slack off.
Yeah, don't slack off. Don't get complacent. Love unconditionally by all means, but don't utilize that aspect and take advantage of
I
it.
was going to say, don't take advantage.
Don't take
yeah.
advantage. Yeah, that's the worst thing, and
Yeah.
that could be
Don't
difficult.
get too comfortable, you know?
Yep. I've been there. I think I was there even in my marriage. Right now, I will say, like, yeah, I'm the one that filed for divorce because it was a fucking nightmare. But on the accountability side, I'll say that for me, I was not financially stable. That was what it was for her, was that I wasn't financially stable, which I accepted, and
Yeah.
I'll admit to it. Like, yeah, I wasn't,
Yeah. You were young then.
go buy fucking homemade dinners every night. Like for real, like I would literally make homemade dinners every night. She'd
What do
fucking
they
get
call
so
it?
pissed.
TV dinner?
You're spending too much money on one dinner, one meal. Yeah, I mean, it's spend probably $300-400 a week.
It gets expensive.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I've had my fair share of all that shit. I come to be somebody different. And I
You're
love.
growing, getting older.
Yeah, you build the person that you are. Obviously, there's a lot of shit that everybody goes through that builds them, but it's a matter if you allow the change.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't accept the change or allow the change, that's when you're gonna get yourself in a bind. It's gonna be the same shit over and over,
Definitely.
So, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? I know like I said, that was the biggest thing. I thought it was very interesting. Is
It's
there
just
anything
be
else
mindful of everybody. Everyone has feelings. You don't want to get your heart broken. You
Yeah.
don't want to get your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
Mentioning the co-parenting aspect in relationships, because my love has a very unique co-parenting relationship with her baby's dad, and how it can affect, like you and Will, like how close you are with Donovan, like that. It should be a thing, because it shouldn't be like bad that like parents, like co-parents are cool, like my love takes care of Donovan, she helps
Yeah.
him, but being in a relationship, it's caused issues. Like the guy's like, well, you obviously still love him. And
You're not
this
over
and that.
him,
When it's
you
not
know.
that, it's that she wants to take care of him because he is an addict. And he has
See,
to
and
have
that's where that thinking comes into play though too, because it's like, just because so and so you may still, it's not that you still love
Or
that
in love.
person,
Because you do love.
but
it is
you
love.
still, yeah, you
You're
still
not in love.
you have love
that
for
love
that
for them.
person. Like
Yeah.
I'll say, even the girl's mom, like, yeah, of course I don't love her, but I do admire the fact that yeah, she gave me two very beautiful daughters. Like she, we're always not always on the same page, but we could work
co-parenting,
cohesive. Yeah,
you
we're
know?
co-parenting. We could cohesively do things. Not my bad. I was gonna say do things together, like, but no, we don't even. We don't. You know, I got him full time, but we could cohesively have a conversation.
Yeah.
That's what that's what.
I think for me, a lot of people have a hard time because Donovan and I know each other since we were kids. You know, and those of you who know my story, he's an addict. You know, it's never really been there. You know, it's been there, but not really been there. You know, for the kids we see him here and there, in and out. You know, but it could be a lot for somebody thinking you're still in love. It's not love. It's just I have a heart. You know. And he once was somebody who I was in love with, was my best friend at one point in time, you know.
Yeah.
And we do have kids together. And I feel terrible for him. Sometimes when I see him, it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I try to keep my distance and stay away because then I tend to give in. If he's asking for money or can you get me something to eat?
But see, and that's still fine. Even if you're in a relationship, that should still be fine because here's the thing. If we accept our partner for their past, all of that is the past. So if we don't accept the past, then okay, it'll make more sense because you don't accept that person for the past. Then I'm sorry, then you're.
And kind of getting to know that person, like she's not in love with him, but she just cares. She has a heart. Her heart, you know, she just cares for him.
I mean, at the end of the day, you guys had kids together. And I understand that. Even with the girl's mom, I've never been in that type of situation where we're asking each other for shit, you know. But it's still the point though. You know, again, you're gonna find out how two things. For one, how mature somebody is, and how emotionally mature that person is. And the emotional maturity it's big time lacks.
Yes.
In a lot of people, big time.
My sister having cancer, you know, her baby's dad had to step in and pretty much like become her spouse again. Even though she's in a relationship, he's in a relationship. He has to take care of her. They have 3 kids together. She has stage 4 brain cancer.
Yeah.
You know, like if he wasn't picking her up, taking her and the kids to hotels and stuff, she wouldn't even get to see her kids. So it's that aspect. You never know where life's gonna take you. You know, if you said you and your baby's mom have never had to. What happened if one day you or her, you know, something happens and you guys have kids together? Yeah. It falls back on you. Yeah. Because if not, your kids are gonna suffer. Right. Because of what the parent's going through and you not helping the parent.
Yeah. It's almost like with Christian's situation. So his oldest daughter lost both of her parents, Christian and then Candace. You know, so it's like I mean, she's strong for dealing with that. I mean, I don't know how a kid could. That's a difficult situation, you know. Her sister, I know, is obviously she, you know, took care of her sister and stuff, you know, but it's a difficult situation, you know. You want to come on camera and speak? I said, you know, I do apologize. I should have asked you in the beginning.
I wanted her to. My love
I really didn't think you'd want to.
On dating too, you know, she goes through it all the dang time. I tell her, I praise her. You know, I haven't been in a relationship in a long time. Yeah. You know, so watching her and her honey kind of, you know, navigate through their relationship, I'm like.
Yeah, I've had even.
Our friendship plays a role in relationships. Like that would probably be the one thing I would come on camera for.
I feel like a lot of people think we're in a relationship. Because I always tell them we're in a platonic relationship, you know, we're in our like.
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I thought that's like the first time I had seen you ladies like the way on Facebook. I'm like, are they like?
Everyone thinks that, and they'll be in my inbox like, dude, is that your lady or is that like your friend?
But then I think it was one of the times when you've gotten a relationship, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, now it's just a ladies thing.
But I feel like we are in a relationship, you know.
Yeah. You look out for each other.
We help each other out. Yeah. You know, even before I had kids. Yeah. My love and I've been friends for almost about 20 years.
Damn. Okay.
We went to high school together. You know, I helped her raise her kids. You know, and we have a unique relationship. You know, I used to go over, help her clean, cook, take care of the kids, take them to school, pick them up, because she was single at one point. You know, when the kids were little. Yeah. You know, so I used to help her out because I didn't have kids. We worked at King's together too back in the day.
Yeah, okay.
She did overnights and I did the day, so we kind of like, I would take the day, you know, and she would take the night, you know, or you know, vice versa. Right. You know, so. Damn, and I just moved in. It's almost been 2 years. You know, we still do everything together. You know, I still help cook, clean. She helps with the kids. You know,
we don't fight. We don't
Yeah.
we're pretty much married. We're in a relationship, and it's the happiest life ever. Like
Yeah.
if we could do it with each other and we can co-parent with each other.
We communicate so well.
Yeah.
You know, we communicate. We're open. We're honest. We speak our minds. You know,
Right.
that's important. Just
Yeah.
being honest.
It definitely is, and it's great to have like the dynamic that you ladies have. That's a great.
And I tell everyone, it's like
It's a
medicine.
great
It's
thing,
like
yeah.
medicine.
Yep.
I am just, and I think that's why I've been okay with being single for so long. It's just my love literally just makes me happy. You know, I work
I
all
see
day.
everything on social media. I'm like, it's badass.
I
so
work all day,
badass,
you know,
yeah.
and she takes care of the kids. We come home, you know, dinner,
Yeah.
the house is clean, you know. We go out and do things. We go out to dinner. We go on dates. We go, you know, concerts. You know,
Yeah.
we go out and do things with each other, and we have fun.
Yeah.
And
You
our
know?
kids
Yeah,
are
that's
like
good.
siblings. Like it's a cool dynamic to see, you know, that they just all are right there with each other. Like even my 19-year-old playing with the 8-year-old, you know, they're on their video games and they're literally like siblings. You wouldn't think that they didn't grow up without each other. Like they miss each other when they're gone.
Yeah. No, it's a good thing to have. You know, your guys' friendship, your guys' relationship, because like I said, that's a lot. I really do try to build genuine relationships
Yeah.
with people. Like I really, obviously, you know, sometimes it's hard to fucking do with everybody, but
Mhm.
I really do try to make it a point to like, hey, I really asking how you're doing, not just hey, this is what I need, or hey,
Right.
what do you? You
I
know,
need something
and
from you.
and
Yeah.
I am careful of like when I tell people like, let me know if you need anything. I
Because then
have.
they'll.
There's certain people I will say that because I'm like, yeah, if you really do, but there's certain people I'm like, I'm not gonna say that because I'm one. If somebody says, let me know if you need anything,
Because you know they're in need
actually,
and they might just
there is
hit you
something-
up like.
there is something I need. Yeah, actually. Oh shit, I wasn't serious.
This soon.
But no, I love what you ladies possess, the relationship you possess, because it's a big thing. You know, it's a great thing
We have a
because
good
it really
friendship.
does show that even like obviously I know you're single or you're in a relationship, but still it really does show like you don't need to force a relationship. You don't have to be
Right.
like you have your people.
Mm-hmm.
You have people around you to help.
All
Mm-hmm.
the time with our, especially my relationship. I want you. I don't need you. Like I'm very content
Mm-hmm.
with my
Yeah.
life. I'm
Yeah.
happy with my life. You can make it happier being there, but I'm not lacking if you're there or not there.
Yeah.
My life's still
Yeah.
gonna be happy either way.
Yeah. And actually there's some that I'm gonna go to your point, and then there's some you said earlier too, because I do think about this often. Would you ever take a risk knowing if you knew you were gonna get your heart broke? Actually, let me say this: if you knew you were gonna get your heart broke or not, which is you're taking a risk, would you give your heart to somebody even if you
If you knew at the end you were going to get hurt, like if you knew.
well either or?
I say if you don't know, because you don't know. You just
Mm-hmm.
don't know. You don't know. So I definitely think taking a risk. You only live
So-
once.
Yeah. So I will say this too, because again, I've brought this up numerous times. I would definitely, regardless of the heartbreak, I'd rather go through a heartbreak being with somebody than to live in regret,
Right.
wondering like what could
What
have
could
been,
have been.
what which I think the biggest reason why I think about this is because I did it twice last year. I was in 2 different relationships.
I did see that.
I was in 2, yeah. One of
We seen that.
no shade to the first one, just because of the absence that happened at the time that it happened.
And why didn't you think it worked out? Is it you
Well,
busy?
I'm not even gonna say I had my suspicion that she was seeing somebody else, but it was literally right after Christian passed. We had the damn, what do you call it, the thing where you raise money. What do you the benefit?
The benefit.
The benefit. So we had the benefit, and she went absent for 5 days. Nothing. Didn't hit me up. Like how you
Ghosted.
didn't check in on me. Not just literally went absent. I said, "No, fuck this." Said, "Not fun." I still like we're still friends. I still talk to her, but I'm like, "No, it's not.
It's not
It's
formal.
not. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
that
not, yeah.
same. It's more of just it is what it is type shit."
Yeah.
But the second one, which was Vanessa, that was it was a great relationship. It was a great.
Yeah, you seem like you guys were
There were
happy.
there were certain things that she did that it wasn't just her being there for me, but it was let me do these things for you to kind of, and I'm like, what the fuck am I never had this shit before. Like somebody that actually like, yo,
Cares.
I got this ready for you, and because I was doing a lot of shit last year.
Yeah.
You know, and really, you know, the biggest reason why we split is because even the little bit of time she was asking for, I felt like I couldn't even give that to her. And it wasn't fair for her. You know, it was felt like it was wrong of me to just kind of keep leading her on. You know, but again, there was so much shit that happened last year. You know, which by the way, I will unpack on my behind the scenes because I'm starting to get a little more into it. But there was so much shit that happened last year. I just was like, man. And I told myself before, when I was in the financial industry, I was in a relationship then, and she kind of took me away from that. Well, I should say I allowed myself to kind of get away from that.
Yeah.
And so now with this being like what it is, I'm like, man, everybody fucking dreams of this shit. I'm like, I will never let anybody do that shit.
Take that from me.
Take that from me. And even, like I say, it was just even that little bit of time. You know, it's not fair for her. You know, it's wrong of me to just, like, we probably should have broke it off earlier, but she rocked with me the whole time.
Yeah.
She was there the whole time, you know, and it's, in the end, it just wasn't fair for her. I'm like, I can't do this to you.
You ever think you're gonna settle down?
I can't even give you that little bit of time, huh?
Do you ever think you're gonna settle down?
Oh, I will, because even now I'm in a much better place.
Okay.
You know, last year I will say this. So last year we were doing shows every week. Like we were so consumed in doing the shows, doing the tour, doing all this. You know, obviously it was just me and Jex really. Once we met up with money, which was actually about a year ago. We started doing business and all that. That's when he started bringing us opportunity after opportunity. Well, me as not only as manager, Jex's manager, but investment, it got fucking hectic. You know, and then getting off all these tickets at 3 different cities, and I mean, I was so, like, I don't even know how to explain. I was so drained. I was like, my energy was.
You were always doing something. I still love that all.
It was so bad. I was so tired. I mean, I was working overnights too, so I was so tired on top of it. Then I'm every day doing all this shit, you know. So last year was so chaotic.
Busy. You were busy.
And yeah, so now this year with the action, because now I'm not only on the MGE label, but we have this partnership. It's much better where now I feel like, man, okay, now I can give this person time. Now I can give people a little more time. You know, so last year it just was.
Yeah,
and then
busy.
battling Christian's case
That's
on top
yeah.
of it.
And
like,
you do a lot of still things for him that, you know, to kind of keep his
Which I am
healthy.
planning to do the same thing, the Christian Takeover Week, you know. So after the back to school drive, boom, I got to hop on that shit ASAP, you know. But yeah, anyways, last year it was just so chaotic, like so chaotic. It was crazy.
It was busy.
You know,
This year went like this, though.
It did. Especially when you start planning stuff out, that's when because even after the back to school session back in June, it's like the day after, okay, we need to talk about the back to school, and it's like, damn, 3 months away, like that shit's crazy.
Summer flew by.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I could definitely, I can see myself settling down. Like I said, it just really is gonna take that right one that really understands, like, this is.
Someone that's busy enough in their life, because I think that's.
I think that's all too.
Big part too.
Yeah.
You know, if they're like me, like
A stay-at-home mom,
a
stay-at-home
relationship like
parent.
me would never work.
Yeah.
Because I'm a stay-at-home mom. All I have is time on my hands.
Right.
Like, so my man, I'm like.
Yeah, but it depends what you do with that time, though.
Yeah. Well,
That's what she's saying. She has a lot of
even-
time. Yeah.
Even like at home, you know, I like even when I tell people, oh, I'm just chilling. Like my chilling is not like I
Sitting,
can't literally just
chilling.
lay there.
Yeah.
Like I'll throw on a movie, a show, whatever. Actually, not really a show, but movies. But I'll still fucking work.
Be doing
Flyers, logos, promo, whatever. You know, so it's like it's not really just chilling, but I'm chilling at home, but I'm doing something. You know. Usually about 11 o'clock at night. That's about when I'm like actually like, okay, I'm setting my phone down.
So they're busy. Yeah. So they're not. Yeah.
You're both in that mind state all the time, and it don't have like room for error in the relationship because you're both on the same thing.
Yeah, being on the same level, just being cohesive, understanding each other. Like, you know, okay, go handle your business. Okay, I'm gonna go handle my business. Okay, let's, you know, I'll make time for you. You make time for me. Like, let's, you know, that's
And
really.
that time's more valuable
Yeah,
and
it
you
is.
get that
Especially
Yeah.
because we are. I don't even know if I should say it's like we're closer to the end than we are the beginning.
That's what I
know.
said.
I mean, I
We're
don't know.
creeping up
Nobody
there.
ever
We're
knows.
halfway. We're
almost halfway. Well,
We
pretty
are.
much halfway. Actually,
We are
yeah.
halfway.
Yeah, we are. We are.
You
We're
know,
halfway.
it's
You're right.
scary. You know.
Yeah.
So I said it's important to just be kind. You
Yeah.
know. I think if we were all kind, you know,
That would be a different world.
you know, loving,
open.
looked out for one another. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Not everyone is for everybody, you know, but like you said, you can still be friends in the end, you know.
Yeah.
Just because we're not
Yep.
compatible and we're not here with each other, don't mean we still can.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Not
They
everything.
don't have to be
and not
ugly,
everybody is for
you know?
everybody. Yep. But do you have anything else you want to say to the people? You want
No.
to give out your
Just be
socials
mindful of
and-
everybody. Love everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Life's short. You never know when it's your time,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep. Get out there, take care of everybody, take care of one another.
Yes.
Um,
Have
it's
love.
all about the mindset. I'm a firm believer. I've said this for the last 5 years. I believe the mind will take you further than the heart ever will.
Yeah, I tell my love all the time. Love is not good enough anymore.
Yeah.
not.
It's like getting creative and what else can I
Yeah.
give you? What you know?
Can we together, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
just be mindful of everybody. Be mindful.
I agree.
Be mindful. Love. Come with an open heart, you know, open mind.
Yep.
You know, just be honest.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Danielle, coming on to the podcast.
Thank you.
Do you want to
Thank you
give
for
your
having me.
socials? Or you want to
Thank
keep
you.
that? Want to keep that low key? That's up to
Yeah,
you.
people are weird, you know. I got enough
Sorry,
weirdos.
y'all can just watch the video.
Those
over
of
and
you who
over.
know who I am.
I definitely understand that. Yeah.
I have a lot of people. They're weird. That's what I just said, you know, and I'm, you know.
I get a lot of weird people too, especially random people that'll hit me up like asking for money. I'm like, you don't even got a profile picture. What the fuck?
Weird.
I don't
Or
even-
they're like,
I don't even
hey,
pay
yeah,
attention
they're
to
reaching
them.
out,
Just-
hey, but they don't even got a profile. Like they
Yeah.
didn't post nothing.
Hey, you remember me? What, a fucking blank profile? Yeah, let me tell you.
A side picture of a profile.
I met you when I first created this shit, my own.
We went to middle school together.
Yeah, right.
You know, like
I'm the one that
okay.
didn't have no face. What? No, I appreciate you, Danielle, coming onto the podcast.
Thank you
We'll
for
definitely
having
bring
me.
you back.
Thank
This
you,
is
everybody. Thank you for listening.
Another amazing, yeah. Next time, you better get your ass on camera.
My love's over there hiding.
Shout out to Cassandra behind the camera.
My sweet lover. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you,
Thank you for
Danielle.
listening.
Yeah, we'll talk
Again,
soon
yeah.
and bring you back on.
Let's do it.